Clear prop.
.24 Celsius. Altimeter 299.5. Remarks. Density altitude 1,800. Valdosta Regional Airport. Automated weather observation 1313 Zulu. Wind variable at 03. Visibility 10. Sky condition few 1,300. Temperature 29 Celsius. Dew point 24 Celsius. Altimeter 299.5. Remarks. Density altitude 1,900.
Valdosta ground, Raptor 352 Tango Delta at the north ramp. Request taxi for some high-speed runs.
Lima Delta, Valdosta ground.
Yeah, it's 352 Tango Delta. Yeah, I'm just at the north ramp. I'd like to request taxi so I can do some high-speed runs.
For 352 Tango Delta, runway 17, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 17, taxi via Alpha, 352 Tango Delta. Okay, so now I've got my vibration issue sorted out. Just going to do a few more runs here. I want to just see how the performance is here on this level.
Wind variable is southwest at 5.
Roger, thanks. So I just want to do some more high-speed runs here just to see how the acceleration performance is with some different prop settings again. Now that the static pitch has been adjusted, you know, a little while ago, and I haven't really had much of a chance to see how it performs, but it's adjusted per the spec, so we'll see how this goes. And I want to see again if that nose hatch is going to decide to come open again after I made those adjustments. I've got my frequency switch set. I remembered I had it assigned to this button over here. I think it's this one, the other one. So I can switch frequencies here without having to touch the panel here. Valdosta Tower, Raptor 352 Tango Delta, holding short of 17 for a high-speed taxi.
November 352 Tango Delta, Valdosta Tower. High-speed taxi approved on runway 17.
High-speed taxi 17 352 Tango Delta. Oh, that was interesting, getting some static coming through the radio all of a sudden. Wasn't there the other day. Off the ground, Raptor 352 Tango Delta at Alpha 1, like to taxi back 17.
November 352 Tango Delta, flat off the ground. Runway 17, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 17, taxi via Alpha 352 Tango Delta. Yeah, I was just looking at the ground speeds then, comparing them to the indicated air speeds. You can feel the aircraft getting pretty light there at around about, even below 80 knots of ground speed once you have sort of a constant velocity in there. It's starting to sort of feel very light on its feet, even though, I don't have any elevator in. The numbers at mark are spec for the aircraft lifting off on its own about 93 knots, just rotating by itself with zero elevator. I made an adjustment to the throttle dead zone here when going back to idle, and it appears to have made a little bit of a help there with that spot where you pull it back when the AC is on. Doesn't seem to want to, it goes into idle mode sooner now. Alright, so this run I want to see what the performance is to the 1,000 foot mark in terms of speed. So I'll probably roll into the power a little bit quickly and we'll see. Not sure what's causing this static on the radio. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, we'll see if it happens again. It probably will, usually. Valdosta Tower, Raptor 352 Tango Delta, holding short at 17 for high speed taxi.
November 352 Tango Delta, Valdosta Tower, high speed taxi approved runway 17.
High speed taxi 17 352 Tango Delta. Getting a little bit of a crosswind now from the right, so I'll have to put crosswind in correction for that. Looks like the weather's going to come in eventually here. Supposed to get some rain. Put the whole place to myself. The radio didn't mess up. See here, I can get stopped from 60 knots at the 1,000 feet without even really standing on it. So that's pretty nice. Tower's forgetting to give me my call outs to switch to ground. I think it's the one guy in there on his own today. DOS to ground, Raptor 352 Tango Delta, off at Alpha, taxi back for 17.
November 352 Tango Delta, runway 17, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 17, taxi by Alpha, 352 Tango Delta. Well, that one felt pretty good. I had, I looked down, I think I had 59 knots of ground speed, or GPS speed, at the 1,000 foot mark, which is pretty much standard for this aircraft. It seems to do it no matter what you do. Actually, I wasn't looking at the prop setting I had on there, so I'm going to go to flat pitch for the next run and see what difference that makes. Fortunately, all this information is logged in here, so I can compare my runs, the engine data against the airspeed, coming off of the GoPro and such. At 19 knots of ground speed here with a little bit of a tailwind, cross tailwind, actually able to just keep this thing on the center line using, like maximum rudder deflection, and potentially a little bit of aileron just to bring me around if it starts to drift beyond what rudder authority I have. So I'm not actually on the brakes at all right now, just cruising along this taxiway. And I don't think taxiing at 19 knots is too high. I've just got the engine at idle because the AC's on. It's running at 1150 RPM, and that's enough to taxi. Also Tower Raptor 352 Tango Delta, holding short 17. Can I get a wind check as well?
Number 352 Tango Delta, wind variable out of the southwest at 3.
Copy.
Number 2 Tango Delta, runway 17, clear for high-speed taxi.
Runway 17, high-speed taxi, 352 Tango Delta. Alright, we'll see how this one feels with the prop set to flat pitch. Got off the ground, Raptor 352 Tango Delta, off at Alpha, taxi back to 17.
352 Tango Delta, blood off the ground, runway 17, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 17 via Alpha, 352 Tango Delta. Yeah, that one there was, I glanced at the 1,000-foot mark, it was 58 on the ground speed via the GPS. I did see 90 knots indicated at one point there, which was showing 81 on the ground speed. I don't want to take it any higher than that at this point. You know, I'm pushing, I've got the elevator trimmed nose down, and I'm definitely also pushing just to have it all the way nose down. Next one I'll try with the governor, kick back in again. So bring the RPM down to like 35 something. We'll see how that accelerates. Got off the tower, Raptor 352 Tango Delta, holding short of 17.
Raptor 352 Tango Delta, high-speed taxi approved, runway 17.
High-speed taxi 17, 352 Tango Delta. Yeah, the wind is definitely coming up there. Watching that crosswind. It's good practice for me to see how it controls in the crosswind, I guess. So, you know, they've got this big wide runway. Alright, I've got the prop just pulled back a little notch here. We'll see how that goes in terms of the acceleration this time. Got off the tower, Raptor 352 Tango Delta, off at Alpha, taxi back to North Ramp.
Number 352 Tango Delta, runway 17, taxi via Alpha.
Actually, would like to taxi back to the North Ramp.
Number 2 Tango Delta, taxi to North Ramp via Alpha.
North Ramp via Alpha to Tango Delta. Yeah, it's getting warm back there. mean, the engine keeps cooling down every time, but the AC condenser is just not keeping up now. So, and it's 84 outside, but humid. And the AC is coming back on here, but it takes a while after I'm taxiing here. So, I think I've got some good data for today. Good thing is nothing seems out of place. That one radio static was a bit odd, but then it only happened the one time. Well, off the ground, Raptor 352 Tango Delta, can I just park here at the middle ramp?
For 2 Tango Delta, approved.
Alright, middle ramp, 2 Tango Delta.